ScotRail users face another decade of misery as fares are today hiked by an inflation-busting average of 2.4%, campaign groups have claimed. Some commuters in Scotland will see the annual cost of getting to work increase by more than £100 from today, despite fewer than two-thirds of trains being on time in the UK last year. At the start of last year, peak fares rose by 3.2% while rail users bombarded ScotRail with complaints in the wake of hundreds of service cancellations covering 4 months, after the introduction of a new winter timetable at the start of December 2018. Fewer than half, 47%, of passengers are satisfied with the value for money of train tickets, according to the latest survey by watchdog Transport Focus. The Consumer Prices Index 12-month inflation rate was 1.5% in November 2019, the same level recorded in October. The rise comes a few weeks after it was announced Abellio had been stripped of the ScotRail franchise 3 years early in the wake of continuing outrage over service failings. Transport Secretary Michael Matheson told MSPs his officials considered continuing the franchise to its full term would not deliver value for money. And he said there was no justification for a further rise in the subsidy, requested by Abellio. Bruce Williamson, of pressure group Rail Future, claimed fares are outstripping people's incomes. He said, "Welcome to another decade of misery for rail passengers. How on earth is the government going to meet its climate commitments by pricing people off environmentally friendly trains and onto our polluted and congested roads?" The Transport Staff Union TSSA also condemned the rate of increase, which will see an annual season ticket between Glasgow to Edinburgh rise by £116 to £4,200, while a similar pass between Tweedbank and Edinburgh on the Borders Railway will go up by £80 to £2,900. TSSA General Secretary Manuel Cortes said, "Millions of Scottish commuters are being dealt a slap in the face by inflation-busting fare rises while their own wages stagnate." Transport Secretary Michael Matheson took the right first step when he called time on Abellio's ScotRail franchise. But refranchising in 2022 isn't the answer. Only public ownership of the railways can address the sky-high prices and poor services endured by passengers. Network Rail data shows around 1 in 3 trains in the UK did not arrive at their scheduled station stop within 1 minute of the timetable in the 12 months to December 7. Meanwhile, Rail, Maritime and Transport Union analysis of company accounts for train operators and 3 major rolling stock firms showed they have paid out £4.4 billion in dividends to shareholders over the last 10 years. Transport Focus Director David Sidebottom said, "After a year of pretty poor performance in some areas, for more on this story, visit the news article link.